Hey guys, so it took me some doing to go around the house and look for the best place to film this. I'm sorry for the mess back there, I just finished getting ready. So what I'm gonna do today, this will be the second time that I've used the Dyson Airwrap. And I did things a little differently this time. So when I got out of the shower, I put my hair up, and then when I took it down, it still needed to be a little bit more damp, and so I sprayed some water in it. I also sprayed some heat protectant and some thickening spray. So that is something that I'm gonna try that's different this time. And I have a water bottle, so because my hair air dries so quickly, I have this so that I can re-wet it, so that I can do this exactly as the directions state, okay? So that way I know if it doesn't work and it doesn't hold, then it's my hair top. Because I've seen tons of people do wear tests with this and it lasts for a very long time. So I have really, really fine hair. I used to not have a lot of it, but now I have a significant amount, and it does not hold curl. I mean, it dries stick straight. Like, I don't need to use a straightener, any of that. So that's been my biggest challenge with curling. So we're gonna see what happens. So this piece, or this section, is already pretty dry. So I'm just gonna re-wet that so that it's damp. So I'm not gonna pre-dry it or anything. So this is what it looks like. I'm gonna use the two smallest barrels, so they have different arrows on them to go away from your face, if that's what you want, to roll it away from your face. And so we're gonna do this side first. So I'm gonna use this one, lay this one down. It just clicks in and it's good to go. Super easy. Highest airflow. I'm gonna also do highest heat just to give it a fair shake. And then you put it up 1 to turn it on. And then if you push it up and hold it, it does a cool shot. But let's be real, it's more of like the warm shot. I don't know if it's necessarily cool or not. And then down to turn it off. So let's give it a go. I'm gonna pick a section of hair about this big. I'm going to do this, turn it on, away from my face. And you can see that it does what it says it's supposed to do. I mean, it wraps it around there. I've had no problems. It is a little warm here. If you hold it like up against, it'll be too warm, but right here seems to be okay. It is getting pretty warm. And you can see that it's drying the hair fairly quickly. So it looks like it's about dry, I would guess. So I'm gonna give it a cool shot for about 10 seconds or so. And then I'm gonna turn it off. And then pull it out, and I'm left with this little Shirley Temple curl. Now this is exactly what happened last night. However, by the time I got to this side of my head, it had fallen out and was almost completely straight. So I'm not gonna touch it. I'm gonna leave it as it is. And we're gonna continue and we're gonna see what happens. So I'm just gonna leave my little curl there. Grab the next section, which I think is still probably damp enough. And we're gonna do the exact same thing. Turn it on. Wrap my hair around it. I like to wrap my hair around it a little bit first so it doesn't mess with the hair around it. It seems to make it a little bit easier to do. So I'm just gonna leave that until it's dry. And you can feel pretty decently when it's dry. It doesn't take long at all. And then let's do a cool shot. For about 10 seconds. Turn it off. Pull it out. And yet again, another Shirley Temple curl. So, it appears to be going a little bit better this time than it did last night. So here's hoping. Cause I want this to work. I don't want to return it. And I know it was really expensive, but I want this to work because I think this is the coolest concept ever. And when it first came out, I wasn't able to get it. It sold out before I could get it. And I was pretty sad about it because I was like, this is something that I could see myself doing every morning before work. So I definitely need this to work. Like, I just really want it to. So here we go again. All right. And if it does get a little hot, because it does, I just pull it out just a little bit and then go back, just kind of back and forth if it gets too hot. Because it can get pretty hot, that's for sure. Full shot. And then off. Okay, so I have to say already, it's definitely holding better than it did yesterday. So here's hoping. Probably about one more piece on this side. And as you can see, it is pretty time consuming. I mean, it's definitely taking more time to do than, let's just say, if you were drying it or curling it some other way. Okay, now we're on to this side. So what you do now is, because you want it to go away from your face, and this is pointing this way, there's a little unlock button, and you just slide it down. This pops off, put it in your little case. Then you have the other one, and it just clicks into place, and it's good to go. A lot of people have complained about having to switch back and forth. I haven't found it to be too big of a deal. Like, I think I do way more annoying things when I'm getting ready than switching a barrel back and forth. But, you know, user preference. I'm gonna finish this up, and I'll just speed it up so you guys don't have to watch this a million times. But as you do it, you definitely, you get the feel for it, and it becomes easier. It becomes more second nature to do. And then once I'm completely finished with it, we'll talk about the final product. So at this point, I've done the entire bottom half of my hair. There's a couple pieces that I maybe would need to go back and get. But so far, it already has not fallen out nearly as much as it did last night. So, and I've also found that even though this is my second time doing it, this side of my hair, for whatever reason, is so much harder for me to do. But I find that to be like across hair tools, like straighteners, curling irons. Like, I've always just really struggled with this side. So I don't know. I don't think it's the product. I think it's just me, I guess. So I'm gonna do the top part, and then I'll be back to talk about that. And also, you guys are gonna think I'm crazy, but it's something I've always done. Like, whenever I section off my hair and I need, like, I don't want to clip it necessarily, I will actually hold it in my mouth like this. And the hair really does wrap itself around. I'm having trouble with, like, looking in my phone and being able to see, so it just is easier for me if I got it. But it actually, I mean, it will wrap it on its own. You don't have to do that. It's pretty cool. It's one of the coolest, like, hair things I've ever seen. And I will say again, it gets, if you hold it close to your head, like I'm doing this because it does get really hot. I mean, I have it on the highest heat setting, which, you know, I don't know what the temperature is. I'll have to look that up and see. But, I mean, it gets warm. I mean, a lot warmer than I would like it to be. I wish I could use it on a lower heat setting. But so far, these curls are holding better. So we're going to see. Oh my gosh, look at that one. Like, can that just like stay like that forever? Like, I'm here for that one. Okay, last section, which means I have to flip the barrel, which is fine. Like I said, I don't really mind it that much. I mean, because you have to turn it off anyway, you know, when you remove the curl. So it's just like another little step, and I don't really see the problem. So... down to the wire. Gosh, I almost dropped it. No, no, no. I haven't decided if I'm keeping it yet. This is the most exciting part. I think that when you get close to the end and you're like, okay, I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm gonna get to see the finished product. That's how I feel. This one appears to have fallen, and I don't know why. I think that was that piece that I was messing with that I had problems with. I mean, I expect it to fall. I don't know that I expected this one to fall that quickly. What I will say is, since I used that thickening spray, on the parts of my hair that maybe dried a little bit, it is a little bit crunchy. Not hairspray crunchy, but like it feels like it has some texture. And so I don't know if that will play in my favor or if not. So I'm just gonna run my fingers through it just to kind of break it up a little bit. Just to kind of see what we have. It's a lot of wild curls. I'm actually kind of scared to break this one up because I've got some bangs in there and some other layers, and it just, I don't know how I think that one's gonna play out. But it looks a little messy. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I don't love it. Also, these pieces already are straight down here. Do you see that? Like, even on this side, like these pieces are already straight. So I love the idea of this thing. I just don't know if it works for my hair top because it's not wanting to hold curl. I mean, you saw how curly it was, and then now that I've just ran my fingers through it just a little bit, you know, it's already fallen significantly. That's not to say it's not really pretty, it's not wavy and all that, and you know, it is. But I feel like I could get similar results with a cheaper tool. I mean, my hair is really soft and shiny and it looks really healthy, but I had higher hopes for this. There are some other attachments. There's the pre-drying attachment, which looks like a little hair dryer, but I already have the Dyson hair dryer, so I don't really want that. There's a round brush and some other brushes, and I haven't tried those yet, but you know, the biggest reason I bought it was for the curling ability, and if the curling ability doesn't work, like, I don't think it matters how amazing the brushes are. I'm really sad. Like, I wanted this to work. Like, I wanted this to be like the coolest invention, like the newest and just like greatest thing ever, and I just don't feel like we're there on it. For all hair tops, like I would imagine that some hair tops, you know, maybe if your hair was a little bit thicker or coarser, like I could see that would maybe work for you. But for me, with fine straight hair, I'm just gonna return it. Because it's beautiful. Like, it looks really pretty, but you know, it wasn't what I was expecting. It wasn't what I'd seen in other videos, and so for me, it's not worth it. But that's not saying that you shouldn't try it, because it could literally be the best thing in the world for you. Like, you could try it and you could be shook to your core, and it could be everything. Man, I am sad. Like, I was so excited to get this thing. Like, it comes in this awesome case. Like, let me show you. Like it's like ready to go for like anything you may need. Like, look at this case. Like, it says Dyson on it. I mean, it's like, it's super cool. It's got like this little cover and this insert that kind of tells you some directions. And then, you know, it has all the attachments in it, the round brush, the other brushes, and the barrels, and then the pre-dry. I mean, like, this thing is like, it seems like the coolest thing ever. And it is really cool. It just, if it didn't, I mean, if the curl held out better, I would be sold. So anyway, I know you guys wanted to see like a real person review it, and be honest, like, I paid for this 100% with my money, not sponsored, nothing like that. Like, this came out of my bank account. I made the decision to purchase it. No one is asking me to do this. I'm only doing it because you guys wanted it. I'm getting no kickback from this. Trust me, if I was getting kickback from this, I would let you know, because that would be great, because this thing is crazy expensive. So if you have any other questions, feel free to message me and I'll help you out as best as I can. Anyway, so yeah, this was my first product review and I feel like it went pretty well. Look at that mascara on my hand. Didn't even realize. I feel like it went pretty well. So if you guys want to see me review other things or like specific things, just leave it in the comments below and we'll just see how this goes, because this was kind of fun. I don't hate it. So anyway, have a good day, guys. Bye.